This episode is brought to you by Bumble. So, you want to find someone you're compatible with, specifically someone who's ready for a serious connection, totally open to having kids in the future, is a tall, rock-climbing Libra, and loves rom-coms with vegan pizzas on Tuesdays just as much as you do. Bumble knows that you know exactly what's right for you. So whatever it is you're looking for, Bumble's features can help you find it. Date now on Bumble.
Hi, you guys. It's Yaz. And I want to do this podcast because there's a lot of people that are still confused about the narcissist. They still are, they can't get over the fact that the narcissist could be so cold, discard them, and they keep asking the same question, was any of it real? Okay? They just can't believe that this person, didn't really care about them. And they also want to know, was the narcissist ever truthful at times? Was anything that they said to you truthful? And it's like this, you guys, okay? Here's where the confusion lies. Narcissists can have a good time with you, all right? They may even like you at certain times and enjoy your company at certain times. And you could have good times with a narcissist, right? But what's different is the narcissist's intent, okay? You went in there looking to get with this person for love, okay? You were looking for a long-term partner. You were hoping that it was going to work out. But the narcissist's intent was something else. See, with a narcissist, they are ruled by two things. They're ruled by money and they're ruled by lust. Okay, those are the two things that a narcissist is ruled by, money and lust. So this is what they seek out. A narcissist doesn't seek out love, okay? They may tell you that and they may pretend that, but that's not really where their interests are. Their interests, it depends on the narcissist. Again, every individual is different in their own way. Some narcissists are strictly out for money. Some narcissists are out for sex. Some narcissists are out for their ego fed. That's the narcissist that's going to breadcrumb you and make you the backup plan, all right? But they keep you around. You're the backup plan for when their other options don't work out. But the thing is, the two things that they're hyper concerned with is sex and money, okay? And that's why a lot of people and a lot of clients that I've coached, they were with narcissists that were out for money, okay? Money. And there were red flags there. And my clients didn't even recognize the red flags at the time because their head was somewhere else. They were thinking that this person, was trying to be in a relationship with them. But then some of the red flags were, they would send them pictures of homes that they wanted to live in and, ask my client things like, and it wasn't just one client, it was a number of clients that the same pattern was happening where the narcissist was basically testing them. So they would send them a picture of a beautiful home and say, oh, what do you think of this? Oh, I'd really like to get in a house like this or something like that. And I told them this. I said, that narcissist is testing you. They want to see how receptive you are to maybe buying a home or putting money down on a home. This is how an indirect way of how a narcissist will test you. They won't come out and ask you for money, okay? But what they do is they feel you out. They feel if you're receptive to things. They feel how easy it is that you would do something with them. Like, in other words, if you said something like, oh, yeah, definitely, I want to get a house like that. Next year I'll have the money for that. Or if you say something to the effect of, oh, I could never afford that, or I would never buy that. That's letting the narcissist know where your head's at and whether they can work with you in order to get that supply, which a lot of times is, they want to live in a beautiful home, have their name on it, and live off you or live off your money. And the other thing is lust, okay? Narcissists are very promiscuous. They love instant gratification. The reason that they love so many multiple partners is because it makes them feel like they're special. Ooh, I slept with 5 people this week. Ooh, what does that equal in a narcissist's mind? That equals I'm special. All these people want me. That's what it equates to in the narcissist's mind. And they love to brag about it because, again, what is it about? Inflating their ego. They've got something to prove. Oh, I slept with 5 men this week. I slept with 5 women this week. I must be terrific if I could get 5 men, or if it's the other way around, 5, women the other way, okay? So the thing is this, getting back to the point at hand, did the narcissist ever care? Or was there was anything that the narcissist said was truthful? Again, it depends on the narcissist and what the narcissist was after. But what they could have been truthful about is maybe there were times that you made them laugh. Maybe they had good times with you. Maybe they enjoyed your company at times. But, you guys, the big but in all that is, and I don't mean it the other way, the big but in all that is, even though they could have a good time with you, it doesn't mean they want you forever. They don't want a lifelong partner. What they want is to use you, get everything they can get out of you, and then what happens is they get bored, or because they have other things going on. See, narcissists, understand this when you're dealing with a narcissist. They always have other things going on. So they're most likely talking to other people. Any narcissist that sits there and they tell you, oh, I'm not talking to anybody else, blah, 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 blah. And especially if you met them on a dating app, trust and believe they are talking to other people, you guys, all right? Don't be naive. They're talking to other people. Why? Because they can, and they love it, and it's an ego boost, and there's no way for you to check it, okay? So, again, how are you going to know whether you're dealing with a real one or you're dealing with, a shady narcissist that's just out to use you for something? In time, you got to watch their behaviors. You got to watch their consistency. You got to watch if they disappear, all right? These are all your red flags that you're dealing with a shady person. And the biggest one, you guys, is when they disappear. Don't discard that, all right? When somebody disappears and they disappeared for hours, that should be a huge red flag. And you should be like, ding, 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 they're up to no fucking good, okay? Believe me when I tell you. Your gut is telling you, don't let that slide, because that's your first red flag to a million other red flags down the road that this person is playing game on you, all right? And also the other red flag too, I want to bring this up, and I'm getting a little off topic here, but this is important, is, if they don't really want to be with you all the time, if they don't want to spend their every time, they can with you, or they keep making excuses. Oh, I can't see you. I got to walk my dog. Okay. Oh, I can't see you. I got to go to my mother's house. Okay. If there's constant excuses like, oh, I can't see you this weekend. I have to clean my apartment all weekend. These are all excuses. Now, I'm not saying that people don't have things they got to do in their life. Of course they do. All right. We take that into account. But if it seems like they keep making excuses and they only see you once in a while and you feel that distance, then there is a reason for the distance, you guys. There's always a reason for something in this world. So if they're making excuses, let's say they spent the night with you and they're rushing out in the morning, the excuse is because they really don't want to spend time with you, all right? If they say something like, oh, I got to go stop at the laundromat, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But if they're doing it every time, that they're not all into you. They're not all into you because that narcissist was there just for sex and then left first thing. All right. That's your clue. With a lot of them that are using you for sex, they'll have sex with you and they'll leave the same night. They don't want to spend time. They don't want the intimacy. So if you feel like they don't want the intimacy, then, you have a narcissist that's there for something else. It could be for, just pure sex, or it could be there just for money. They spend time with you, but they don't want to be intimate with you. They don't want to be intimate with you because they're not into you, because they're there for some other reason. And that's what a light bulb should go off in your head and say, ding, ding, this person's here, not because they care about me and love me like they fake say, okay, and they come around and give you a hug in the kitchen, say, I love you. But meanwhile, they don't want to be, close or intimate or cuddle or something. If they don't want to be close, cuddle, and intimate, then they don't want to be close with you, okay? Then there's a distance there, and they don't really care about you, and they don't really love you, because if they did really love you and cared about you, they want to hold you and be close to you, all right? It's not just about the sex. But you guys, it's like this. Most of it is not truthful when you're with a narc, okay? Let me just answer that question. Was any of it truthful? The only thing that could have been truthful is, maybe they enjoyed going out and maybe they enjoyed some things that they did with you. Maybe they had a good time here or there. But in the end, the narcissist basically, they disdain you. Why? Because they feel like you're not going to fulfill their dream, okay? Or they get what they want and now they throw you away like an old shoe because they have no use for you, because you're just an object. You're not a person with feelings to the narcissist. They could give a shit about your feelings because they are so selfish. They are so self-absorbed. It's all about them. Even when it comes to their children, it's all about them, okay? So the thing is this, even though you could have good times, even though you could laugh with the narcissist, the basic narcissist is not a caring person, is not somebody that cares about you. If they showed you caring, most of the time that they showed you caring, it was because they were there for some other reason, you guys, some other reason. Like I said, they might have liked you in the beginning, like had a good time with you, but then they find things that they don't like in you the longer they know you, because a narcissist is very, very critical. If you have a hair out of place, if you have a gray hair, if you have, with anything, you're not perfect. And that narcissist, they're going to look down on everything about you, because there's a double standard. They think they're perfect. They don't look in the mirror at the fact that, they could be out of shape. They're not exactly 21 years old, but yet they have the audacity and the nerve to critique you. And that's why I say to you guys, when these people put you down and try to rip you up, okay, first thing you should say is, look at where it's coming from. It's coming from some kind of loser narcissist. And the reason that I say loser is because they're a loser because they have to manipulate in order to get something out of you, because they're a fucking loser that can't go out and earn their own pay, all right? They're a bum, all right? They're a clown. And that's why they got to manipulate other people for what they want. All right. They're nothing but a basic jokester, a clown. Okay. I know everything to them is a game, but trust and believe. And I told one of my clients this, and it's so true. They will meet their destiny, and it won't be pretty. Okay. Trust me when I tell you, you may not see it, but these people, you reap what you sow in this life. And this is what the narcissist doesn't realize, okay? They live in the moment, going out and not worrying about later on what will happen. And what will happen later on is that narcissist is going to be left for dead by other people, because nobody's going to want to be around them, because, when you don't give to other people, people are not going to be there for you. So later on, when the narcissist needs people, guess what? Nobody's going to be around to return their call, because they remember the dirty deeds of the narcissist. So the narcissist is going to end up bitter and alone, okay? That's what happens to the people. And they end up sick. They end up sick because of their wild lifestyles. They're not healthy people. They don't take care of their bodies. They abuse their bodies because, being sexually promiscuous, you get STDs, you get other diseases. A lot, people, they get sick. They run themselves down. They're always running. They're always going. They're not resting at home, relaxing on the couch and, taking care of themselves. No, they're running. And what does that do? That's going to break down their body. Every fucking narcissist that I ever knew ended up having some sickness or some ailment, okay? Why? Because they're reckless. They're reckless and they don't take care of themselves, okay? So that will be what they will reap what they sow because of their reckless, careless lifestyles. They will be, later on, it's going to catch up to them. It always does. Everything in life always catches up to you. When you spit in the wind, it's going to come back and hit you in the face. And the same thing is going to happen to that narcissist. Trust me when I tell you, because I've seen it. Not just one time, I've seen it a couple times. So believe me when I tell you, they will face, judgment. Believe me, okay? You may not see it and it may not happen right away, but it happens. It does happen, you guys. So, and if you're a spiritual person, you will know that, that's divine law. No evil deed will go, unnoticed. So getting back to the topic at hand, the point is this, you guys. Yeah, there might have been a couple of truths here or there that narcissist might have told you, like, oh, you have a nice smile. Oh, I enjoy your company, this and that. But as far as deep feelings or caring, no, they didn't really care. Okay? No, because if they cared, they wouldn't have left, all right? If they cared, they would have tried to work it out with you. So no, they didn't really care. They were there for a purpose, and the purpose was not love. The purpose was lust or money, a place to stay, or to just string you along because they were bored and their other supply was busy, so they saw you, okay? You were the backup plan. They saw you on the Wednesday night, but the weekend they saw their prime supply. So you were the backup to fill in the week, okay? And even though, they have to show you that, that fake kindness, that fake empathy in order to keep you around. Understand this. This is why you may go out with them. They put their arm around you when you're out. They may, give you a kiss here or there. They may give you those googly eyes. All right. And I've seen that. Oh my God, you guys. I went on a date with this guy one time. He thought he was so fucking smooth, but I knew the game so good that I was actually laughing what he did. He sat next to me actually by the table, right? And he was like staring me down, like, and I almost burst out laughing because it was so fake. It was so funny. And he was like trying to give me like the googly eyes, like pretending like, oh, he was so enamored of me. Oh, he was so into me. You could tell that this guy was a major player. Major player. You just take one look at him and you knew he was a player, right? Very good looking dude. But I knew what he was, So here's the thing. So this is what they do. They stare you down and then you think, they're so into me. They give you those googly eyes and everything like that. And you're thinking, oh my God, he's falling in love with me. No, guys, he's not falling in love with you. What he's doing is he's fucking playing you. He's playing you. So when you sit there and man, when I think about it now, I could break out laughing because it was so funny and it was so fake. And I think if I was younger and I didn't know the game, I might have like fallen for this shit. All right. And I actually had a young girl client who actually fell for this shit. She said, oh, I went out with somebody, and I could tell he was so into me. He was like staring at me the whole time and smiling and everything like that. Well, guess what? Like 2 days later, he dumped her. Okay. So no, that is all game. Don't be fooled by that shit. All right. Because, it takes experience to see it, but when you sit there and you think back and you say, did they care? Oh, I feel like they did care. I could tell by the way they were looking at me. No, what happens is your senses are not fine-tuned. So what you're seeing is what you think is that person cares. But what it is is they're playing the act. They're putting on the act to pretend that they care. Narcissists know they got to put on that act. Just because somebody puts their arm around you, just because somebody comes up to you in the kitchen and go, I really love you. Okay. But meanwhile, there's no feeling into it. And then you feel other times they're distant, like they'll lay in the bed and they don't even want to be next to you. That's your narcissist, the one who wants to lay in bed and not be next to you. That's who the real fucking narcissist is, not the one that tells you in the kitchen, baby, I really love you. Because what they're doing is they're just getting out the words because they think they could feed you any shit, and you're a dumb fool that's going to believe what they tell you. You're a dumb fool, okay, that believes everything that the narcissist tells you. It's their actions, it's their emotions. But see, some narcissists can be real slick with it and try, cuddle with you or hug you or put their arm around you. And you think, oh, they really care. They really care. You've got to look at everything, you guys. You got to look at, the first thing I say when somebody does that is I say, what do they want from me? What does this person want from me? Oh, they're being nice. They could want something from me. When somebody's overly nice, what's their motive? What's their motive in all of this? Okay. And it's not to be out and live like, oh, every time somebody does that, there's a motive. But when it's over the top and it's fake, you've got to ask yourself, what is their motive in this? Do they want sex? Do they want to use me for something? Do they want money? Listen to what the narcissist brings up. It'll give you a clue. Okay. So let me to cap it off, and because I got a little bit off tangent, you guys, because I'm trying to rush before getting interrupted. This is the home of interruptions over here. I can't help it. But the point is this. Did the narcissist, ever speak any truth, or did they ever care about anything? They might have cared about little things here or there. They might have enjoyed your company here or there, but their ultimate goal was not to be with you and live a happy life. Their ultimate goal was for something else. So they portrayed those other things in order to win you over, earn your trust in order to get that other supply. Okay? So basically, pretty much almost everything the narcissist told you was false. Okay? About caring and everything like that. Pretty much most of it was false. Or the other scenario is they were lusting you. They were lusting you. It wasn't love. They were lusting you. They built you up in their head as, something bigger in their minds of what you were. And the more they got to know you, the more they saw things they didn't like because they're critical, judgmental, and basically they're assholes. Okay? Like my lawyer says, you're dealing with an asshole, okay? And that's the best description of a narcissist. They're basic assholes, all right? I just say it like it is, tough, okay? But that's what it is, all right? So basically, they built you up in their head to think that you were something else. And then when you started putting boundaries, or they saw maybe little things that you did, maybe you left, the coffee cup in the sink, and that irritated them because they're a control freak, then they start to hate you. They start to hate you, and they start to hate you if somebody else, one of their other supply, is working out good. Then they're going to start to hate you, all right? When things are going good with other supply, then they're distant and aloof, and they could give a shit about you, all right? Because you're not fulfilling their happiness, their need, because that's your purpose in a narcissist's mind, is to make them happy, because they think they're the kings and queens of the world and everybody should kiss their ass, all right? Not happening, people, okay? So pretty much nothing was really truthful, okay? Like I said, they could have had good times with you. They might have thought, you were going to fulfill every need and every fantasy, but the narcissist is never happy, never satisfied. It's not you. And understand that their motives and their intent were not good. Their intent was lust or money most of the time. I mean, a narcissist could be after anything, all right? Depends on what they want. But usually it's lust, money, place to stay, have their ego petted, use you as a backup supply, or, use you for maybe drugs or alcohol, whatever, okay? Whatever that narcissist is into. But most of the time, it's lust or they're after money. And money is usually number one, especially with the covert narcissist. They're all about the money, all about the money. They love their money better than they love their sex, okay? So I hope that helps you guys in kind of understanding a little better. If it does, please hit the subscribe button. You guys don't forget to subscribe. Please share the podcast and have a great day. If you guys are having a problem in your dating or relationship, or you're dealing with somebody maybe that's narcissistic, you don't know if they're a narcissist, or you're just having problems, you're in a toxic relationship, and you need some clarity on it, go to the link in the podcast description for my website where I offer email and phone coaching. If you have a quick question, just a quick question, and you want to get a video sent back to you answering your question, there's also a link there for Vizio where I will send you a personalized video answering your question. Hi, you guys, it's Yaz, and I want to tell you about my 2 books on Amazon. The first book is Regain Your Power. It's all about power and relationship. Who has the power in the relationship? And it goes into all of that, okay? The other book is Signs He's Not Into You, He's Wasting Your Time, okay? Check it out. It gives you a lot of good clues as to whether you're with somebody who's a real one or somebody who's just going to waste your time. You could read them both with Kindle's free trial membership. So check it out. Link is in the podcast description. Hi, you guys. I just want to let you know that the Game Exposed now has their merchandise available. Check out the link in the bio, and you could go check it out. There's cool hoodies, cool sweatpants, cool hats. So go to the bio for the link. And also, don't forget to follow me on Facebook at The Game EXP 123, and also on Instagram, The Game EXP 123. Okay? And have a great day.